Okay, so what happened was we had 6 kicks that were with the wind, okay? The wind is at the back. As you can see, this is a strong wind. The average was 37.5 with 4.21 seconds of hang. Then we flipped the field going into the wind, all right? And this is not a light wind, this is a strong wind. And the average was 38.9 yards with 4.7 seconds of hang time. What was the difference? The change in your attitude to a 30-yard ball, 4 seconds of hang. Nothing else changed except the expectation. Hey everybody, I am in Austin, Texas with Isaac Pearson.
G'day guys, how you doing?
So today, what happened? What did we work on?
We worked on being relaxed through the process of punting. You know, sort of a mindset that doesn't really care too much about what other people think and just executing under situations of pressure.
Where was the pressure coming from when we first got out here?
It's all internal. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of external noise that can't really control, but a lot of the pressure that I've been putting on myself has been coming from within. So trying to learn to combat that. Okay,
but your journey, dude. We've done this on Instagram Live. Now we're doing it in person. You're coming halfway around the world.
Yeah, it was a bit of a learning curve getting here. Obviously, I think there's a 15-hour time zone difference at the moment. Yeah, but I guess I'm lucky enough to be here in Austin and in a really, really supportive environment with my new teammates.
And over the last, call it 115 days or so, you've been in the gym, working your butt off.
Yeah.
Are you feeling a little sore? I mean, today, didn't you have like heavy legs?
Yeah, we did legs and back today. I think I've put on nearly 15 pounds since being here. We're doing a whole lot of sprint work with the new conditioning coaches from Cal Berkeley that were employed this year. I love working out with them, and you know they're building me into the best version of myself, and you know consider myself very lucky to be here.
So, going back to where we were, you really wanted the big ball when we first came out here. How did you define that big ball?
It's almost so long ago that I forget how to kick the big ball. It's the big ball to me was 5 seconds, 50 yards.
5 seconds, 50 yards.
Almost at will sort of thing. You know, getting up towards 5.5 second range when it hit it flush. It seems something that I've forgotten how to do for the moment, but we're out here learning how to get a little bit better at just hitting the ball properly off your foot, and similar to what I believe it was Nick Folk from New England was talking about in the podcast. Just proper ball contact on your foot and working your way out of a slump that way, rather than just trying to muscle the shit out of it.
And you've been in a little slump. Let's call it what it is. Your punting over the last couple of weeks, from what you told me, was.
Yeah, it's a slump is a little bit of an understatement, but it's nothing's ever as good as it seems. Nothing's ever as bad as it seems. So I'm still here, still kicking footballs, and I've got the opportunity to work my way out of that slump, and that's a challenge. I love challenges, so blessed to have that opportunity in front of me.
So let's talk about a challenge real quick. What we practiced was a real live punt. Mm-hmm. It was first quarter against the University of Louisiana Lafayette. Mock game, because that's the first game of the 2021 season.
First game of football.
And the score was 10-0. The Longhorns were down, and they just got stuffed in their own end zone. Walk me through what you were thinking and what you were feeling as we were going through that mock.
I guess the focus was trying to really calm myself down. Some deep breaths. Shake whatever feeling I got out of my upper body and through my legs, and catch it. Watch the ball onto my foot. Swing true. Not trying to kick the ball to the moon like I've got a tendency to have upstairs. I'll subconsciously think that I need to kill it, and just swing smooth, hit the ball properly on my foot, and not focus on the result so much as the process. But it felt solid, and it felt like I wasn't it was pretty clear that I wasn't looking at the ball.
Okay.
Wasn't looking at the outcome, I should say. It was like kick. It's okay.
And when you focused on the process, this is what your result was. 66 yards, 4.32 seconds of hang. Our goal, if you remember, what was our goal for distance and hang on this kick?
It was 35 and 4.0.
Our goal was 35.40, and he hit it 66, 4.32 seconds, and it landed outside the numbers towards the sideline.
That's good, right?
It's focusing on the process and then letting go of everything else. You know, we talked about the noise, right? There's noise from expectations. There's noise from fans. There's internal pressure. What was it like when you went to the other part?
It was a lot quieter than what had been in my brain recently. And I think being able to just isolate, you know, two things I'm thinking about: be relaxed, smooth contact on the ball. It really held me in good stead, but it was certainly quieter than you know, the noise of even the simulation of being on the sideline and you know, going through a game situation, something that I clearly haven't been through before. So
going back to the data, when we first came out here, we had 6 kicks, and he had 37.5 yards with 4.21 seconds of hang.
With the wind.
And that was with the wind. Okay, this is downwind. We've got a strong wind, as you can see, with some grass. You know, you've got a strong north wind here in Austin. And what did you find out about the state of Texas?
It is windy as all hell. I had no idea about that. I was speaking to a friend of mine at Texas Tech, friend of yours, friend of the program, Austin McNamara, and he clued me in that it was a little bit windier than he anticipated when he got here as well. So, yeah, something I didn't really anticipate getting in Austin.
Then, going into this tough wind, he averaged 38.9 yards with 4.51 seconds of hang. Did we change any of the technique that you learned at ProKick?
No. God, no.
I mean, Chappie over there got you right. I mean, I'm serious. Like, your technique looked pretty good.
Yeah, felt good. I just watched it.
Okay. Now, by relaxing, watching the ball, what else happened? What changed where you went from 37.5 yards to 38.9 yards? Let's talk about distance. And you went against the wind, the strong wind. What changed?
I think I'd obviously, just clear my mind a little bit, relax. That set it felt smooth. The first ball was nice, a little bit of a confidence bump. And then it was just a matter of almost just watching it hit my foot, forcing it to hit my foot, you know, using my eyes to correct my body in that way. The first set I was sort of just, trying to kill it. And
that first set, let me interject, was a 4.21 second hang. And then he went up to 4.51, and he had a shank with that. The first 2 kicks were 4.63 and 4.75 against this tough wind.
Yeah.
Dude, it took you 2 kicks. So you were in a slump. Are you still in a slump after those 2 kicks?
I'd like to think not. I'd like to think not, yeah.
You dug yourself out of but tell Isaac, because Isaac's listening, and it may not just be you, Isaac, but it may be another kid that's out there struggling. What do you do to get out of a slump, or what happened today?
I was reminded that I don't really have to prove shit to anyone, so pardon the language, but I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I know in my heart of hearts that I'm talented enough to be here, and I work hard enough to play here at UT, so I just had to trust myself a little bit, clear the noise, back to basics, swing true, stay relaxed, and just sort of let the ball do the talking, let my foot swing the way it should.
Because can you control the ball after it leaves your foot?
Absolutely not.
If you don't have control over that, and you brought it up, how much time do you get with the ball before you kick it anyway?
1.2 to 1.3 seconds.
Right. So, dude, the growth that you experienced in the last 45 minutes, I think it's remarkable, because getting out of your own way, meaning putting expectations that you had and that you hold on to, and you said, I'm going to put those away, and you chose to relax, you took ownership of that. That wasn't anything I did. That's what you did, and that's the training that you had from ProKick. That's the training you've had here at UT.
Mm-hmm. It's
That's the hard work in the gym. That's what you did, brother.
I appreciate it, man. It's it feels like a relief to get out of my own way and, you know, clear my head a little bit. Yeah, just it felt good, and I felt happy, even though it wasn't the 5.55 sort of thing. It was just a nice ball, and that's all we need really, is just a nice ball each time. It felt rewarding to just hit that the way I wanted, and you know, as similar to what Austin was talking about in the podcast, set the bar not low, but set the bar at a reasonable spot.
Set the bar at a reasonable spot.
Don't aim for the moon every time, and just hit the ball, execute. Was able to do that.
Well, that's Isaac Pearson, everybody. Dude, thank you so much for inviting me to come hang with you. I had a lot of fun.
Appreciate it.
It's awesome.
Welcome.